Hey, what's up, YouTube? Kurtis Stewart, living off grid here. Talk to you a little bit more about Hirschbach. I'm sure you've watched this video. You might have seen a couple of the videos I have out there for Hirschbach. I got a little questions that people call me with that I may or may not have answered in some of my other videos. So today I just kind of wanted to walk through the whole process of getting on with Hirschbach, their lease program, go over pay details, stuff like that. I'm driving right now, if you can't tell, so probably not going to be looking directly at the camera very often. Anyway, first of all, I want to say thank you to all the men and women that have, or drivers that have used me as their refer and gotten on with Hirschbach. I appreciate that. I know I talk to a lot of you still, and thank you very much. And I'm glad you're on with Hirschbach. Glad you're all doing well. Glad I can get you that extra $500. Kind of helps out, first couple weeks of driving, makes the transition. Anyway, so I'm in the lease program. Been driving for a long time, about 15 years. And finally, a lot of things happened through that time, and good companies, bad companies. My family and I moved from Idaho about a year ago over here to Tennessee, and I was looking for something that I could stick with for. I was hoping for good, and I think I found that place, with Hirschbach. It took me a lot of digging. I looked into several companies. Had my application out there for a lot of places. I had a lot of callbacks. There were some local positions, which would have been nice, that I was thinking about taking. And overall, Hirschbach was my decision. I'm a man of God, so I prayed about it a lot and talked it over with my wife and decided to go with Hirschbach, and I'm glad I did. The Lord has blessed me, and I hope he can bless you too. I'm just going to kind of walk you through the whole process and then try and answer any questions that I may have missed. And if I still miss them, you're welcome to call me, email me, text me, any day, anytime, day or night. I'll answer you back unless I'm sleeping, and then when I wake up, I'll get a hold of you. So if you're wanting to come on with Hirschbach, you watched some of my videos, you made a decision that it sounds good to you and you want to come over to Hirschbach, my best suggestion to you would be to get a hold of me first, via email, text, call, whatever. I'll get a little bit of information from you. I'll talk to you a little bit, see who you are and where you're coming from, and I like to get to know new people, so and why you're making your decision to move over. I talked to a guy a while back, and he says to me, I'm working at this place now. I've been here a while. I make about $1,500 a week, and I'm home every weekend, and I have medical insurance and this and that, and he was interested in Hirschbach. I said, if you're getting $1,500 a week and you're home every weekend and you get medical and all that stuff, why would you be going anywhere else? That's I don't know. Maybe he's just looking for a change. Maybe he wanted to get away from his wife. I don't know. But that to me sounds like the perfect job. Which this is pretty similar. It's pretty close. They don't offer medical and stuff. They have an outside carrier for medical and all that stuff. That they'll give you a packet. You can get your own medical and all that stuff if you want to. I don't know how much that is because I don't use it, but you'll find out at orientation if you go. So if you get a hold of me, give me your information. I will contact my recruiter, Kia Gardner. She is wonderful, and she will get in touch with you usually the same day or the day after, and she'll get some more information from you. She'll send you out all the information. You'll fill out the application stuff. sign a couple things, like e-sign a couple things, and so they can get your DAC report, your motor vehicle report. So they'll contact your previous employers, make sure everything's good to go. Within a couple days, usually, she'll call you back and say, "Hey, you're good to go. When would you like to start your orientation?" Orientations are Mondays and Wednesdays, and they're not usually very big classes. They're 10 people, 15 people tops usually. When I went, there was only 4 of us, so you let her know when you'd like to go. They'll set you up with a rental car to get you to the hotel, and they pay for everything. So you get your rental car, you get to the hotel. When you get there, there'll be a packet at the front desk for you that they want you to fill out before the next morning, before your orientation. So you get all that filled out. That's just basically writing out your application and then filling out, all that information stuff. Reading over a couple things, and it takes about an hour. So then the next morning, someone from the orientation will meet you at the hotel. They'll ask you your names, make sure everybody's on board, get your packets from you. Usually someone that's there for the orientation will check out a van or a vehicle or whatever to get everybody to the orientation. You go to the orientation, and then you'll usually go do your urine analysis tests, and they'll go over your medical. If your medical card's just about to be up or it is expired, then you'll get your medical or your DOT physical. That's like the first thing. Then you get back to orientation, and then they'll go over your applications. They'll go over a bunch of paperwork. You'll watch a bunch of videos. You'll probably do a conference call with safety, with the VP or the president of the company, just welcoming you to the company, all that stuff. They'll go over company policy, that kind of stuff. Then you'll get back to the hotel, and they give you food vouchers, so it's worth up to like $15 per meal, and give you a list of places you can go for lunch or dinner or whatever, and then the hotel will offer a breakfast. It's a nice hotel. You got a room to yourself. If your wife or your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever is going to be riding with you, they can go to the hotel with you and stay at the hotel while you're in orientation, and then when you get your truck, they can get in with you or whatever. So the first day, you get on passenger the first day, you just got to fill out a little form for insurance purposes. Pets also. Now I don't know if you bring your pet to the hotel, but it's a first day thing too. You just have to fill out the paperwork. I think there's a deposit. I don't know how much that is. I don't have an animal with me, so once you get done with that, the next day it's mostly more videos. You're learning about the PeopleNet. We run PeopleNet. It's kind of like Qualcomm. If you're not familiar with either of them, or you're not familiar with PeopleNet, they will go over everything about it. You'll learn how to do it. They'll show you everything you got to do. They'll go over the load sheets, all the paperwork you need to know, all their expectations, all their safety policies, more safety videos. They'll do a little test. You go do a road test, which is really simple. It's in an automatic. Just drive down the road a couple miles, around the block, come back up, easy. You do like a pre-trip. Usually they do that as a group. You all kind of go and show you how you do your pre-trip. They obviously know that if you're already a driver, they want you to have some experience. I think it's 3 months or something, at least. They know that you know how to do a pre-trip inspection, so they're not really that finicky about it. They'll just walk around the truck and you point out, this is what I check for my pre-trips, that kind of stuff. And then the next day, you will get like your welcome packet. That's when you actually get hired. because they'll have everything done to make sure everything's good. That day you will be hired, and you'll go out and get your truck. They'll give you your truck number, tell you where your truck's at. You don't get to choose your truck. I mean, when you talk to the recruiter, when you talk to Kia, let her know if you're really finicky and you want a brand new truck. Of course, the payment's going to be higher. But if you want a brand new truck, or you want a Kenworth, or I don't know, see what they have available. Sometimes, if you want to wait, you can get what you want. But for the most part, you're going to get a truck they're all good trucks, I think. Most of them are International Pro Stars, they're all automatics. But they're all in good shape. The shops take good care of the trucks. They trade them in every 3 years, so you're not going to get anything less than 3 years old or more than 3 years old. Most of them are the newer ones. So as far as also in the orientation, they will set you up with a Guzman law firm. Will set you up with your own LLC, and that's how they pay you. And you're running on a 1099. So mine's called Stewart Logistics, and if you already have one, make sure you bring all your paperwork for it, because if you don't, then they'll just set you up with a new one. They do have direct deposit every Friday or every Thursday after 3:30 p.m. Central Time. Your trips run from Tuesday midnight to Tuesday midnight. That's the pay period. So all the trips you have in by Tuesday at midnight, you will get paid that Thursday for. Same thing with the fuel. So if you fuel up, Tuesday before midnight, that's gonna come out of your settlement on your Thursday settlement. Anything after that will come off the next one. See a little bit about Hirschbach. They have really good runs. They have the miles here to keep you running. Usually before you even get the load you're on done, you will already have a pre-plan ready for you. And so you're not sitting around a bunch waiting for another load, which I really like. I don't like sitting around. And most of the time it's either drop and hook, or you're not really waiting too long to drop your loads or pick up your loads. Sometimes you do wait. That's just the nature of trucking. They do have cameras in the truck. I know a lot of guys have asked me about those. They're on a 20-second loop, so they re-record over themselves every 20 seconds. And the only time it sends any of the footage in is when something happens, like say somebody cuts me off and I slam on my brakes really hard. It'll take 4 seconds from before I slammed on the brakes to 4 seconds afterwards, and it'll send in that 8-second clip to safety, and they'll look over it and see what happened. Now, if I just slammed on my brakes for no reason, they're gonna probably send me a message saying, "How come you slammed on your brakes, man?" I don't know if they will or not, but or if you're turning a corner too hard, or if something happens, it sends that in. So they're not somebody sitting there looking at what you're doing every minute of every day. They can't just look and see what you're doing. It has to be triggered. So I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. I mean, it's right here in front of me. I wave at it all day long. It's there. It doesn't bother me at all. Let me think. What other questions did I have that people have asked me? There's no down payment to start the lease. It's a walk-away lease. The price ranges from like $650 a week to like $750 a week. So mine, I have a 2017 ProStar. It's $725 a week. My total fixed costs is about $1,000 a week, and that's like my bobtail insurance, my physical damage, my truck payment, that kind of stuff.